Alright, time for a CSS battle. This is yesterday's Windows Still Open. Didn't win any awards with that. Let's go back to the homepage and see what we have today. Extension loaded automatically for me today. Okay. So, some obvious ideas. Background, purple. Border, solid. Let me pick just should have left what the extension gave me. Let me pick just the HTML border solid, gold color, border width, 20, 40, margin 50, 100, 110, 110. There's that thing. We could have another thing that inherits from that. We would have to do something like margin 0 minus 100, 0, so if it's not 0, it's got to be minus 20, and minus 20, and then that one's minus 100. That's not enough, but that's okay. Let's call it 150, and then make this one 100. And then we could say border left 0, which means it's not over far enough. 120, the 40, 150. This needs to be more so that it's off screen. 160. Could do that. Actually, we could say border inline 0. Now we get rid of both sides. And then comes the interesting part. We need a paragraph. Let's say margin 0 to start with. There is the thing, and it's going to be inside the body because that's how bodies work. It will need to have a margin minus 20, not 200, minus 20. Let's start with 0 here. Minus 20 again. That's not going to change it because we need something to say its height. I don't know what the right word to say is there. I'm going to say 0 here. Let's say height. I could do math, but I'm not good at that. So it's 50 and 50, 100. Nope, 150, 60. Okay. So it's there. Thank you, caps lock. It's there. Now, if I do something like move it way out to the side, it's going to move the body as well. Can I translate minus 200? 400. 410. Okay, so there's a solution. 171 characters. It works. And minify, submit, verify. There's only one pixel value. I don't think it's going to be easily placed. No. I can play with margin percentages and that sort of stuff like I normally do. For 171, it's not worth it. I think that there is another solution in here. I don't know if I know how to do it, but I think that there's a way to do this with, whoops, where's my, there we go, style. What do I want to do? What I think I want to do is, for now, not style the HTML, but style the body. Now, how do I want to style the body? I'm going to style the body with a background that's a conic gradient, and it's going to be transparent for 75% of its existence, and then it's going to be gold for technically 25%, but I can just short circuit it with 0. All right, so we have that. Now, what I want to try to do is try to put this box where this box is. So to do that, I need to first get it the right size. So to do that, I'm going to use at. And the first term with at is the horizontal spacing. Maybe it's 200 pixels. What's less? Let's start at 150. And the second is the vertical. Let's try 150. Nope, that's not enough. Let's try 200. Maybe. Probably not. It's probably too tall. That's okay. Now I want to position it, so I need to move it over 110 pixels. Okay, so it's not wide enough. It should be 170, 180, and then I need to move it down. I don't remember what any of the values were, so we're going to say 50 pixels. Okay, so there's that thing. Now it's missing some stuff, but that's okay. First, I want to see if I can get this to behave the way I think I want it to behave. To do that, I have some options. I could just set the background size. That would be less expensive. Let's say the background size, what is the width of it? The width of it's 200. So what if I make the background width 240 pixels? That's kind of doing what I want. What if it was 220, 210? You're getting close. 200. But it's not clear to me that it's cutting off the edges. I don't know how to prove that right now. I don't think it's cutting off the edges, to be quite honest. But let's have a fallback of that color, which solves that. So I'm fighting with myself about using the size there or using the size on the margin. So margining it in, top's 0. Sides are going to be, I don't know, what is the number, 110? Outline 1. It's all solid. So there we're seeing the thing. Background position X 100 pixels to 50. So it was my belief that the background would get pushed up from the body to the HTML, and it would be forced to repeat because there's a margin on the body. That doesn't appear to be happening. What if I margin the HTML? 0, 50. Okay, so there we're getting some stuff. Now we're getting some confusing stuff. Okay. There we see the lines that represent the HTML. Let's make this one pixel solid red. And there are the lines that represent the body. So what if we made this 110, I could type 110. Now we're seeing this get squished to nothing and repeat happening all over the place. What if this were something like 70? No, not 170, 70. Okay, now we're seeing something different. I don't know if this is a puzzle I can solve. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Getting closer, but I don't think it's cutting off any edges for me, is the problem. I don't think that's what I want. Show grid, show the target. There's the thing that I'm looking for. Okay. Um, 110, which I think I've been at before. Now this needs to be not so wide. That's the wrong one. Boy, I just confused myself, haven't I? Okay, so there. It's not wide enough. Yeah, it's not wide enough. It needs to go back to 180. It needs to be pulled back to there. But it's not clipping the edges. Can I force it to clip the edges with this? Oh, I see what it's going to do. I mean, I can't force it. Kind of clip the edges, but it's clipping the edges of just the body, and it's not getting the repeat that I want. All right. I am not going to force you all to watch any more of this pain. If I get this working, I will either add it to this video or post another video. Let's go back to my solutions. There's only this one. Leaving it at 171 character count. If that improves, I'll let you know. Thanks for watching. See you next time. All right, I'm back. I think, figure out a solution, although it's not the one that I thought I was going to figure out. I'm just going to select my HTML here. I'm going to say background, conic gradient. And I'm going to redraw this yellow box that I've had. So it's going to be transparent for now, 75%. This color, 0. We're going to put it in the right place again. I don't remember any of the values at. I'm going to put it at 100 pixels, 100 pixels. And then we're going to move it down 100 pixels, 100 pixels. Not so far down, 50. And not so far, or further in 110. Now it needs to be the right size, so it needs to be wider. So it's going to be 180. And then this is going to be 200. Okay, there we go. We have that box drawn. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to replace the transparent with color blue. Yeah. Okay, we have that. Now on top of that, we need a blue box. So I'm going to draw a blue box. Conic gradient. And it's going to actually be transparent for 75%. And then blue for 0. All right, so we see the box there. Again, I'm going to put some default values in. 100 pixels, 100 pixels, and 100 pixels, 100 pixels. There we see the box. Needs to be moved in 110, 20, 130, 140. Needs to be moved up 70, 150. There we go. It's actually the right width. Needs to be taller. 160. There's the blue box. Now, the trick that I'm going to use is I'm going to have the yellow box repeat itself out here at these points. And I'm also going to have the blue box repeat itself at those same points. Not the same increment, but the same points, I think. Now, as soon as I apply a repeat to this, it's going to change things. I'm going to make this for a moment red so that I can see it differently than the blue. So I'm going to have this repeat itself. I don't remember the number. 200 pixels? Might be right. Looks okay. And I'm going to have this repeat itself at something less, 180 pixels. 160 pixels. Now we make the red blue. And that should be a match. Come on, backhand. There. That is a match. We can unit pixel replace. That gets us better stuff. Then we can start playing with other things. 53Q. 110 should be 116, 127Q. Oh, that's not right. 17? No, like 70 pixels will be, I don't know, 74Q. That might be okay. Okay, so we have conic gradients. Let's just look at them for a moment. Literally none of the values are the same. Nothing. So I don't think I can clean anything up by putting variables in. I think that's just going to make it longer. I still feel like there's a way to get it to repeat differently on the body and background, but I'm not smart enough to figure it out. So I'm going to minify, submit, and call it at 146. I mean, that's not an awful score. It's probably not going to win anything. All right, that's possibly it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.